Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another plant video. This is going to be my June plant haul, and I did get 18 plants in June. 18. I know, I have a little bit of an obsession, but we'll go ahead and get right into it. And I am going to start with my least favorite, and it's my least favorite purely because it hates me. So this is a Begonia Rex. I'm not sure the subspecies or nickname of this. I just know it does belong in the Begonia Rex category. I do have another variety of this, and it's doing a lot better than this guy. When I woke up yesterday, the entire plant was drooped to the point that I thought it was dead. I gave it some water and it did perk up a little over the next few hours, and this is what it looks like today. I don't know why it does not like me. I think maybe the Colorado air is a lot too dry for it, and maybe I need to invest in a humidifier and potentially need to put it in a pot that is not terracotta. However, I will be keeping an eye on it and watering it more, and I did create a humidity tray for it, and I grouped it with my other plants in order to increase the humidity levels. So we'll see. Cross your fingers that I can keep this one alive. Yeah. Next we will go to these two little cacti, and these guys are actually gifts for some of my friends. I will be giving them away today because they both worked with me today. So I have to say goodbye to these little guys. I've had them in my care for about 3 weeks and I've grown quite attached to them. But I did purchase them with the intention of gifting them, so it's finally that day. And these guys are two different types of cacti. I do not know the exact type of this one. This one, however, does have a little label card, and it's a Faro Cactus glaucescens. Probably said that wrong, but I know it's usually referred to as a blue barrel cactus. I thought he was really adorable, and the little spikes look like a little hairdo, and I hope my friend loves him. I got this one because it has a little pup on it, and I kind of feel like this one looks like Yoda from Star Wars. So I just liked it. It was really adorable. Those are those. And this next one is a little Livingstone Daisy. The leaves kind of feel like rubber, which is interesting. I'm not sure what family this plant belongs to. It has very like succulent leaves, and I know when it blooms it does resemble an actual daisy flower, so we'll see. Next I have a little Sansevieria, and this is one of the ones that does not grow that large. It will stay quite small and produce pups of its own. I do have a Zeylanica Sansevieria that will grow, you know, a couple feet tall. However, this one is gonna stay basically this size, which I think is so cute. I love the idea of just a little mini snake plant. Next I have some Peperomias, and I'll start with this little silver ripple. I already have two, which I've shown you in my houseplant tour. I have the emerald and the red version of this guy, but I really am attracted to this ripple texture of these leaves, and I think that's why I keep collecting all the different colors of it. So there's that. I did get this one in a little 1-inch pot, and he's already grown quite a lot in just this past month. Next is a parallel Peperomia, and I do know the actual name, but I'm not going to attempt to pronounce it because it seems difficult. But I really like this, and I think what I'm going to do is cut and propagate it in order to make it a little bushier. But right now I'm enjoying the look of it. It just kind of goes every which way that it wants. And last Peperomia in this haul is a little Peperomiarosso. And this one I love because the bottom of the leaves are this bright, vibrant red color. And it's really cool to me when a plant is one color from one direction and another color from the other direction. And this one's really happy. He's currently flowering for me, as you can see. I got this guy from my local nursery, and I love them because every time I go I find something new. So they never have the same selection twice, it seems like. They're always getting in new things, and I do visit quite frequently. I want to say at least once a week on my days off. I'll get my errands done and I will go plant shopping. I have a couple philodendrons next, so I will start with this little Philodendron Branum. And this one kind of reminds me of the silver satin pothos, or the Scindapsus pictus or gyrus, and it's not. This one is a philodendron, and I think this one is a hybrid. At least that's what it was labeled when I purchased it, and I think it's so cute. I want to collect all of these like vining philodendrons. And this next one is not a vining variety. It's just this little guy, and this is a Philodendron Moonlight. I did have to research what this was because it was not labeled when I purchased it. However, I was very happy to find that it's a philodendron because I don't have any like this yet. The only ones I have, like I said, are the vining variety, like the heartleaf philodendron and Brazil, lemon lime, etc. So I was really excited about that little guy. And then I have a goldfish plant, and he looks like this. Mine is actually about to bloom. Let me get up closer and show you there. These little orange dots, those will become its flowers, and they do look like goldfish when they're fully bloomed, which is why it has that name. I also love how shiny the leaves are. I need to dust mine. It's getting a little bit of a dusty film on there, but I love it. And then I have a lipstick plant, and mine is variegated. I'm very obsessed with variegated plants. This one is probably my favorite leaf down here. It's so beautiful to me, and mine's not blooming, but when they bloom, their flowers look like lipsticks. You guessed it. I also picked up a few of these white clay pots, as you can see, from my nursery for about $1. And I think it's so cool to have like a mix of colors for my pots. Some people do it uniform, like they'll have the same color and everything, but I really like to mix it up and have just like variety in there. Next we'll move on to a couple pothos, and this one is a neon pothos. I've gotten the hang of pothos. I used to kill them quite frequently. I know they're supposed to be the easiest plant around, but I killed so many golden pothos that I probably couldn't tell you how many. And now I finally got the hang of it. The golden pothos I showed you last time is thriving, and this guy sits right next to him. This one's growing like a weed. So many of these leaves down here, these little ones, are brand new, just in the past couple weeks or so. I love it. This one actually has a couple leaves with some variegation as well. And this one reminds me a lot of the lemon lime philodendron. Of course, they're not as closely related as you would think. Then I have another marble queen, and I do have one in the bedroom right next to me that I showed you in my houseplant haul, but I did come across this one at Lowe's the other day for $10, and I thought it was just so stunning. I did not want to leave it behind. And I think when they have this much white to them, a lot of people refer to them as snow queens rather than marble queens. So I love her, and I love that she just has this one all green leaf. everything else is mostly white. Very pretty. I'm going to propagate her and create another baby plant, but right now I have her hanging next to my bookshelf so that she can trail down. Next plants are some Hoyas, and I will start with this other one that I found at Lowe's. This one was about $16, and I did plant it in this terracotta pot that I got at Walmart for about $2. And this is a Hoya Cardosa compacta, otherwise known as Hindu rope. They're very slow growers, so it was really impressive to me to find such a large plant for so affordable, because at the nursery this would go for anywhere from like $30 to $60, and I got it for $16. Look at it, so cute. This one I keep right next to my new Snow Queen, and it hangs down over my bookshelf. This next Hoya is one that has been on my wish list for a while, ever since one of the YouTubers I follow on here got one, and I thought it was so cute. They're little heart-shaped leaves, and it is a Hoya Carryi. Mine's not the prettiest specimen, but I still love her. There are some out there that the leaves are very round and more heart-shaped. Mine is a little skinnier and tinier heart indentations, but I love her so much, and she's growing a new little leaf already. I heard they're very slow growers, but I have actually seen growth in the past month, so that's amazing. And I don't know, I just love it, and maybe she'll give me some more bigger leaves. My next two are my last two, but they're also my very favorite plants of all time. And this first one I've been eyeing for months, and somehow they didn't sell out at my nursery, and I went there a couple weeks ago with my sister to kind of look around. I put it in my shopping cart, I put it back, and my sister was like, no, like, let's go get it. You need it, you've been thinking about it. And so she kind of enabled me, but I'm really, really glad that I did decide to get it. And it is this guy, a beautiful Monstera deliciosa. This leaf right here is new completely within the past 2 weeks. So cool. It's been growing like a weed, as you can see. I did purchase it probably at the start of June, to be honest, but it's grown considerably since then. I did pot it into this guy, and I found this at Walmart, I think $6 or so, but wow, I love this thing. And I keep it next to my sliding doors near my bookshelf, so it gets quite a lot of sunlight, kind of near my dumb cane. And I can't wait to see how much it will grow for me. I think soon I'll have to put a moss pole in there to help stake it up, because it does tend to lean to one side and it wants to grow its aerial roots out of the pot. But yeah, I'm so happy. And then this last one is like my absolute wish list plant. I'll show you in a second, but I did see it at a nursery a few weeks ago when I was shopping with Jesse. He took me there just to kind of like waste some time. That's the same day I got the Peperomiarosso, and I pointed it out to him, and I was like, that's such a cool plant, you know, I had heard about them a lot, and I decided not to get it that day. And then let me tell you, I became so obsessed with it that I then started hunting everywhere for it, because when I went back it was sold out. And then I was like, maybe I'll order a cutting on Etsy, and I almost spent like 30 bucks on just 2 leaves. And anyway, it is a Monstera Adansonii, and let me get it for you. It's very heavy, so hold on. Okay, I don't know if I can get the whole thing in the picture at once. It's in a large plastic pot inside of the wicker basket, but that's what it looks like. And to be honest, it was not in the best condition when I purchased it, but I didn't want to pass it up a second time. It had some yellow leaves and the soil looked like it hadn't been watered in ever. And it was really shriveled and sad, and it's really perked up a lot since I got it. It's been about a week now that I've had it in my care, and I did prune off the dead leaves as well as obviously repot it. And I started a few cuttings in water, so I'm hoping to see some roots there soon. But I love it. I think this is probably my favorite plant that I have out of everything, and I'm ecstatic that I have one. Let me move this out of the way. So yeah, those are all the plants that I purchased or received in June. I hope you enjoy them as much as I do. Let me know which one was your favorite, and thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!